State wildlife agencies trying to manage chronic wasting disease, or CWD, often conduct what's called targeted removal of deer in affected areas. After hunting season has ended, and only after acquiring landowner permission, wildlife control experts go into areas where CWD has been previously found and attempt to remove a few more CWD positive deer. It is really a surgical strike. Even though hunters are given the first chance to meet harvest goals in these areas, targeted removal is still more effective than hunter harvest at finding and removing positive deer because biologists know where to look for the disease. In Missouri, for example, deer removed by experts are 7 to 10 times more likely to have CWD than those killed by hunters, even though the experts are taking very few deer compared to hunter harvests. Yet removing these few deer helps slow or halt the spread of the disease because it is a targeted effort guided by local information. Illinois DNR, for example, has conducted post-season targeted removal annually in CWD zones since the disease was discovered there in 2003. They annually remove around 70 deer per county across 15 CWD counties, less than 1 deer per square mile of deer habitat. Since they've been doing that, the infection rate has remained flat at around 1% among deer tested in those counties. Unfortunately, the infection rate is climbing in states and areas that are not using targeted removal. Another state that discovered CWD around the same time as Illinois, but ended targeted removal more than 10 years ago, have seen infection rates climb above 10% since then, much higher in localized areas. In fact, wherever state wildlife agencies have used targeted removal after deer seasons have ended, infection rates remain low or flat. This means deer populations in these areas will remain healthy enough to support hunter harvest if targeted removal continues. When infection rates are allowed to climb, so will the number of deer that die of the disease, and that eventually means hunter harvest can't be sustained at normal levels without the population shrinking. So, if you hunt in a CWD management zone and your state agency proposes or uses targeted removal, learn everything you can about the effort and consider giving it your support. Though we haven't learned yet how to get rid of CWD, we know that targeted removal can keep infection rates low and the populations healthier until we find new solutions. One thing is also certain: CWD will only become worse if we choose to do nothing.